What's up, guys? Mortalvamp here with, okay, I know it's late. It's better late than never, and I'll explain that to you. I'll come into a video setup here a little bit and walk you through stuff if you don't mind seeing my ugly mug for the moment. So I might have to grab something to do that. Uh, anyway, let's get started at least with the part that everybody's more interested in, and that's the gold. So the week's gone by. It's BFA's been going, and I know what's really hot, what's really been selling. So let me take you for a second. You remember the stuff that other people were talking about stockpiling old mats? Well, I wanted to hang on to some and see what they were looking like, and in doing so, um, I really saw that they're probably not really up there in price. They've actually gone up a little bit versus what they were earlier in the week, or last week. So they're kind of going up again, but they were very, very low. So you'd look at the things and you'd say, "Oh my, well, I don't know if I'm going to make any money off of it, or gold off of it." Another thing is the token. Oh my gosh, the token has gone down in price. I snagged one. So I've already bought my token. So when time runs out, I'll have another one, and hopefully I make enough gold to buy another one to be prepared. So at that price, it's really good. If you have the gold, I'd say buy several and, be prepared if you're using it to get your game time. So part of my delay on putting the stream up today was I literally spent the time on the auction house putting stuff back on the auction house, and for some reason, I don't know if it's an auction house issue. I assume it is because I've shut down all my add-ons and then went around and played with the auction house, and it was still extremely slow. So there's some things that you're gonna have to play with and see, but at this point, even with the other, all the things, it's not been great. Ooh, this guy's selling. Yeah, sounds about right. There's a lot of stuff being sold. That's 350, and it's really good. Um, so yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the auctions for last week. 17K. Again, I didn't focus on it like I should have, which means this could have been higher. So I'll give you an example. I put Gnomish army knives up on the auction house, and they went for 47 gold each. There's a pet, but and a coal fist Gronling. I went ahead and put the rest of them up because they actually were selling. You could see at one time one sold for 1,500, and then these went down, and I guess I didn't pay attention to the price when it went up. So that's something you want to do. Here's a crafted item that I did, and that sold. And then, little bits of transmogs. This was a transmog, went for almost 6K. So, I mean, just that's pretty much what's going. Mostly transmogs. There is a thing, though, with the new transmog system, or new BFA system, that you have to decide whether you want to sell the new items for transmog or just put them up, because what I've discovered so far, and I'll give you an example. We're going to get out of that and go to armor. Let's say leather for the heck of it, and search, and then we're going to set it by level. Okay, now obviously the 350 and up, that's great drops, and people are making some pretty good gold off of it. But I'm scrolling down. This is crafted items, the new crafted items, and they're not bad, but you can see they're going about the same price as the older crafted items. And what I'm trying to do is get past all this, which apparently there's a lot of people crafting, which I don't blame them. I mean, there's two things you can do with this, though. You can take your crafted items and try to sell them, and fight with people. And if you're coming down really low on price, at this point, I would say scrap them. There's a scrap machine that you can use. And that's what people are doing. They're buying out these greens for such low price, and then scrapping them and putting the materials back on the auction house because you're making more gold off the mats than what you are on the items. See, look at this. I could literally buy these right now and send them over to my tune and scrap them. Which, you know what, let's do that. We'll go ahead and buy them out just for the heck of it. 600 gold. I mean, I can make that back really fast, so I'm not worried about that. Just leveling, quest leveling. I've had some people talk about how much they've made, and one guy said he tracked it and made 15,000 gold just on quest alone. 15,000, man, that's some good gold. So this gives you an idea of what I'm talking about, how you can make gold in here on just on simple things, and then sometimes on things you never really expected, okay? So here we go. Gold sent, or gold, materials sent. We're going to switch over to Panda because that's my only tune that's maxed out right now. Mortal, I decided to start working on Mortal, so I think he's got 2 levels. Let me double check. Mortalvamp, move him up. Oops. Mortalvamp's 1 level, so not quite there. I mean, he's out there, he's questing, but I did most of that just through dungeons, which is kind of cool. So while we're on the loading screen, check out this amazing new overlay from Streamlabs. This is cool. They've got one for the Horde and one for the Alliance, and of course, you know, I'm Horde, so I'm going to do the Horde one. This one's called Doomhammer. The other one's called Lightbringer. And I want to show you some of these overlays that just, whoa, blow me away. Now, you saw the starting soon screen when we started in there. And you'll see the talking screen when I get there. But here's the Be Right Back screen, which is just cool. Look at that. It's the map and the wonderful Horde symbol, and of course your chat would be in there as well. I mean, that is freaking awesome. Love that. In fact, let's take a moment while they're still on loading screen. I'm going to just grab my hat. Hold on, be right back. All right, hat grabbed and on, so we'll continue on. So that's the Be Right Back screen. And the end screen, oh my gosh, this one is really cool. Check that out. The Burning of Tedrasil. That is so sweet, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to the game portion. So Panda's out here, and we're going to gather the stuff to go and scrap. Now, if you haven't done scrapping yet, it'll help you understand, especially if you're trying to decide, well, should I do the game or shouldn't I, and so forth. So this gives you an idea of looking at it and deciding what you want to do. It's honestly, from some of the newest news that I've read, they're actually listing BFA as the highest subscription so far of all of WoW. Okay, that means there's more people coming back to the game now than there was on any other expansions previously, which I think is pretty cool because this is a fun expansion. I haven't quite gotten into it as deep as some others, but I have done the island expeditions, which I want to try to stream later if we can, and show you guys what it's like. You'll get to hear us in Discord and having fun with it, and you know, I mean, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be like a PvP session, and you can actually set it up to actually be PvP. But in their version, the regular versions that you can get into, it's the AI that you're actually fighting as Alliance. And in some cases, the AI actually comes at you with a vendetta, man. I mean, no joke. We had this one little AI hunter that just kept coming right at us. No matter where all the rest of his team went to, he still came at us. And I'm like, okay. Or no, I'm sorry. It was a rogue because I think it was Stabby Stabs is the name of the tune or something like that. Just some crazy stuff. But it's kind of fun to see that and have a blast doing this, and you get it's actually a great one of the few ways you can build up your artifact power for your neck. And in doing so, I've actually picked up a new chess piece. I guess that's the only thing I picked up that was new for my tune. So it'll kind of level up with the neck as well, which the higher it gets, the more items or new items I can put into it as well. So you get some awesome little features to it. What is, if I give them that, small azurite, huh? Yeah, I don't know. You can get some great azurite power off of dungeons, finding the chest. Oh, here's another thing too. If you are leveling your tune, and before I said don't go get your rares and all that, because, well, you could end up getting the better gear once you max out. Well, I did go and fight rares at the max, and unfortunately, that didn't balance out like I was told. So while you're leveling, if you want that better gear, get it. Go kill yourselves the rares. Also, there's a quest line that you can pick up, and the only way to get the scrolls that they're talking about is by opening the chest. So Blizzard did decide a way to do that, and in doing so, when I completed it, I got a 300 helm. It's, of course, when it's fully maxed out. It starts at 295, but if you get it fully maxed out, you can see your Azurite power increases it by 5 more points, and thus you have a 300 item. So I had a 300 item before I was, full level, 120. And so it's pretty fun, pretty easy. So you take your items to the scrapper, and I'm going to scrap 3 items, and you can see they're bouncing into the leatherworking stuff. So what do we get? Well, 77 gold is that. Actually, it's gone down in price. The bone, though, is going up in price. There's quite a bit of stuff that was really, really costly, and I guess they're going down as we do this. So the ore seems to be making some good gold. So I guess from a matter of a few days, because I've actually been offline for about 4 days, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But in the few days that I've been offline, prices have changed that drastically. So I wish I knew that before, and then I wouldn't have made a fool of myself. But hey, this is how you learn, by doing it. And then when you find out, you deal with it, as you do it. And so check in your on your server, and you'll know how things are going right then, and whether it's worth it or not. So okay, we have the serious side of things, I guess. Yeah, that's worth jumping into. So you're gonna see my ugly mug on screen here in just a moment, and we'll talk about what's going on, and all that wonderful stuff, because yeah, I I want to get serious with you and let you know what's happening. And I think if I do this that way, it's just gonna, yeah, Okay, so we'll just black that out. There we go. Okay, so I am transitioning to the dun, da, da, my ugly mug on camera. So let me tell you about me. If you guys don't know me, anyone that's known me personally understands. I have in 2008 suffered 3 strokes. Since then, my health went down. I mean, just horrible life as far as health wise. I struggle to walk. I have what they call degenerative disc disease, which is the cushioning between the discs in your back. They're actually breaking down, and so eventually some points the spine starts to crush on itself. It will pinch nerves, it'll hurt, make nerves hurt throughout your body and stuff. So it's very uncomfortable, very painful, but not as painful as the severe case of degenerative joint disease. Doctors' fancy way of saying you have arthritis in your hips. Well, mine is so I guess bad. They don't want to do hip replacement, but it's so much pain that I struggle to walk. I have a hard time sleeping, which if you can see, it's like all in my eyes. It's just life in general is not as easy to deal with, and that's what I've been going through. I thought I was controlled. I mean, I have a bottle that's like about this big of pain pills, which I take regularly. I have multiple bottles of like this one's Celebrex. I have other bottles, like morphine and so forth. So, and it's supposed to help me. But unfortunately, the pain, and I've even got this medical device in my body, which is supposed to, like, if you've ever used a TINS unit and you get this like little electrical jolts through your nerves, and it's supposed to help cut down on the pain. Well, on Wednesday night, I moved in bed and something popped in my hip. And ever since, I've been in excruciating pain to a point where I couldn't even get out of bed. On Sunday, I fell trying just to get up to go to the bathroom. It's that much pain. So, if I struggle to do a video to tell you about the goal, this is why. I know there's probably other people who do that, but or tell you just so they can get it. But I mean, God's honest truth. This is my life, and anyone who knows me knows that that's exactly what I go through. So I try to give you a video. I try to stay on time with it, and I'm going to try to get more involved with these. And if you're looking behind me, you probably see the map and spring into learning and other things. I also teach. I teach children English, so it's pretty cool. I get to do that from the desk. But the most important part here, folks, is I want to be as real with you as you are with me, because I appreciate you guys as fans. You're such amazing people. I know I think the stream's only at 12 subscriptions. So, if you can, subscribe. Tell other people to subscribe. This is the real deal. I'm not out here to give you clickbait, make you want to come in and do that. I'm out here to try to learn with you, and together maybe we can actually do some pretty awesome stuff, like make more gold in the game and make the game self-sustaining for us as well, and get some cool things out of it. Who knows, maybe you have enough gold to buy these items eventually, and so forth. But the whole goal is to have fun and do things together. One thing in my guild, and we tell everyone, is real life comes first. And with the videos, I want to try to make them as common and regular as possible. But at the same time, I have to say, real life comes first. And so as I suffer and as I might be hurting and so forth, I'm not going to be there all the time. So you ended up getting to see one of those situations, or where I struggle to be in there in the right time. So Anyway, on that note, let's go ahead and end the stream for you guys. Let me know what you think about this wonderful background because, I mean, oh my gosh, or the transition screens, they're so freaking awesome. Don't forget to hit subscribe. You can support the stream by clicking any of the wonderful links down below and some of the what is that, supports and so forth. And I will see you guys next time.